high school did you go to?
Western.
Yeah, and so what was that? Because that's a whole nother level of self discovery there. So what did you discover about yourself other than the ROTC? What do you have any other interests? Did you join any clubs? Like what was the high school experience like for you?
Western was great in the fact, and anyone that spends any time in Southwest Detroit, you learn that Southwest Detroit, especially when I was growing up, but I believe if I've talked to some people, and it's really the same way, is so culturally diverse. In
Oh,
our
good. I like that.
in our high school, everyone was there. And we didn't have, with having everyone there, we didn't have any race wars. We didn't have any issues of that nature. I graduated
Oh, good.
in '89, which ages me quite more than the gray in my beard. But in my time in high school, we only had really one violent thing that there was the dust ups and things that happen. I mean, kids are going to do that, but there was only one truly violent thing that really happened. So, but I was blessed to be able to be a part of that. I think part of that groomed me through life, as opposed to being isolated in only this or isolated in only that. I had so much.
Yeah, he was well versed in a lot of things. And by the way, I just want to insert this real quick because they like to twist words around nowadays because like they act as if they don't know or understand that there's other definition of grooming. So I just want to make sure what he means by grooming, ladies and gentlemen, is molding
Yes.
to influence to
Yeah.
shape him to who he is. That's what we mean by grooming because nowadays people have one track minds. So
They're,
I
and especially with the topics that are top of mind today.
yes. So I
People
want to make sure I clear that up.
people do gravitate in a certain direction, which is, I mean, I understand. There's no knock on them. People think, but no, yes, the grooming part of it was just simply my upbringing, and I appreciate you saying that, but I completely understood what you were saying. But it really shaped me to be part of the person that I am now. Is to know culture and understand culture. We had a group of 5 kids that we ran with. Um, if we count Roy, who was sort of in and out, 6, and within that group, everyone was there. Carl was Filipino. Roy was
Mm.
African American. Mike was half Mexican. So we just had everybody in our little running group that's just who we were. We didn't see anything else. We just, yeah, I mean, these are my people. So we had a great time. We had a great time in high school. Um,
Oh, good. I'm glad to hear that.
yeah, and a lot of us, like I said, running up through ROTC and all the things that we did there shaped me to be the part of the person, the responsible person that I am today as well.
Yes. And so you went like right out of high school into the military, correct? Right out of high school? You said
Yeah,
you barely graduated, you just went right straight in.
yeah. I mean, actually, I was already signed up.
You wasn't playing around.
I signed up and I signed the papers to go to the military when I was in the 10th grade. My parents had to sign for me.
Wow. What is it? It had to have been something like what was it that fascinated you about the military?
It was just, this was what I was going to do. I was going to go into the army, and it wasn't, there was no hero syndrome. There was no thought of going to war. It was I was going to be in the army, and that's
Hmm.
what I was going to do. And I did. I went there, and unfortunately or fortunately, whichever way you look at it, I spent 4 years. I got to learn part of what they were going to teach me. Um, I guess you could say some of the shine or some of the luster kind of got dusted off of it and said, yeah, this isn't exactly the direction that I thought this was. And so after my 4 years, I said,
Why you
okay,
say that? Well, what did you expect?
uh, I thought and expected a lot more of earn and reward, earn and reward. And in my time there, and it was just the time. I don't blame it on the military. I don't blame it on anything else. It was just really the time because of the dynamics of military service. And there's a lot that can be unpacked there. Um, there's a lot of working and earning and not the reward. And the reward, what I mean, is not medals and shiny things. It's, you work towards your next rank and you're promoted. You work towards your next responsibility, your next post, and you're rewarded or you're promoted to those points. And it just didn't work. In a lot of it, it felt like it was backwards. And so I like, okay, I'll spend my time and do everything that I'm supposed to do. And then once my time is up, then
it was up.
Yeah. And then let's go find out what the rest of the world knows. So
was it an honorable discharge?
Yeah.
Okay.
I spent my time, and I had DD 214 honorable discharge. I'm not going to turn it around, but my certificates and everything are actually on the wall.
They're on the wall. Oh, okay. I was gonna have you show them too.
I mean, and I don't know how well they'll show, but they're
okay. There you go. I guess, yeah. Okay, I see it.
Younger me.
Yeah.
This is our home office. This is actually when Carrie's working from home. This is the room that she works.
She uses. Okay. Yeah. Thank you for showing us that.
Generally speaking, when I'm doing these kinds of things, or if I'm in my acting classes, I'm down in the basement. But Carrie's down in the basement now doing her workout because she just came in from the office. So
gotcha.
We switch spots.
You switch. Yeah, I rotate. Yeah, yeah. So, what rank did you leave with?
Specialist E4.
E4, and what was the MOS?
Sorry. It was 52 Charlie, which is heating, cooling, air conditioning, refrigeration.
Okay.
Technician.
Oh.
Big word of a whole sentence to say
HVAC
repairman.
It sounded like HVAC to me.
It was.
Yeah.
The only thing we didn't do in that regard is we HVAC, because subsequently after that, we'll keep walking forward. I went into a 25-year construction career. So.
Okay, we definitely get into that.
With HVAC and running ducts and stuff like that, that was none of that. This was all units that were on top, that were mounted on machinery and tanks and cargo vans and things that the computers needed so that they would stay cool enough so that they could function. So we didn't make like on the tanks, so the men didn't boil to death inside the tank because they got extremely hot in there. So it was more the units themselves as opposed to all the other things that HVAC goes with.
Yeah, sounds fancy. Yeah. Yes.
It was.
It wasn't. Yeah, I was being facetious. Yeah, so yeah, so it's so funny that you showed that, because I was about to ask you if you could look back to this young man right here. What would you tell him? Like, speak to him. What would you say to him?
Keep going, and don't ever. And I learned this. I think I learned this a lot later in life, and it probably especially after I had kids, but. Don't ever be afraid to dare. If you never ask a question, the answer is always no.
Oh,
so
yes.
So just do.
Just do.
Yes, just do. That's probably the best advice I could give that young man. He's actually right here as well. Right there.
Yes, I was happy to see that. It's so funny you showed that. Yeah.
It's probably the best advice I could give him, because it's a lot of what I live on. The honor of being an adult, and if I say the honor of being a man kind of thing, all that is instilled in me from my father to my upbringing, to my training, and several different things. But the idea of just do, don't look back, and don't ask.
Why you say don't ask?
Because if you ask to do it, then someone's going to say, yeah, you probably shouldn't.
Okay. I like that. Okay.
Don't ask for permission. Just do it.
Just go for it.
And it's not a thing of, it's not even a, ask for forgiveness or ask for permission. No, it's just go and do it. When I got out of the Army and when I had kids, and my son grew up and he wanted to go into Cub Scouts, so we went into Cub Scouts and I became a Cub Scout leader. I didn't
okay.
I didn't ask. I just went and did it.
Okay.
we had a great time, and it taught me so much. And then subsequently after that, my kids were in martial arts, so I went into martial arts with them, and I just did.
I love it.
40 years old and starting training in martial arts.
Yeah, that's all right.
Just do it. I trained for multiple years. I'm a 2nd-degree black belt in Tang Soo Do. So it's that kind of thing that the courage to just do.
Do it. Just do it.
If you stub your toe, the pain will stop. If you stumble, you'll get up. If you want to get up, you'll get up. And you just
hey, duly noted. Yes, yeah, right there, duly noted. So, now with that being said, because you carrying that, that go-getter attitude. So I know that carried on into, your military. And by the way, thank you for your service. By the way, thank you for your service. And so when you transition, what was your direct transition when you left the military? Did you go straight into the construction, or it was some odd jobs in between? Like, what was some other things that you got into?
Yeah, I had several jobs in between. The strange thing about where we live is military people aren't very well thought of. They're not very well considered. So getting out of the military, I tried getting a job doing the same thing, and most of the people that I called, and at that point I didn't know anything about unions and anything of that nature. I could have went into the HVAC union and went down that path. But most of the companies I called, they said, well, we can't hire you because you're still on a inactive reserve. So if something happens in the Middle East, then they're going to take you, and all the training that I give you is going to be taken away. So we can't hire you.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
Yeah. I wrote a whole script about military people, and I'm converting it into a book. And
nice.
A lot of people in the government if they read it or hear about it, they won't like me because I tell the truth. But
it's going to be a lot of people that's going to appreciate that. So yes, please do it.
Oh, it's
yeah.
It's done. I wrote the script.
Okay.
I converted into a book. Carrie's reviewing the book now because the script is very big. I don't want to go down a rabbit hole, but yeah, it really tells the truth about a lot of things. So I did have a lot of odd jobs in between getting out of the service and going into construction. And one of those, oddly enough, give me 1 second.
Mm-hmm.
One of those is I used to make dental paste.
Really?
So when you go to the dentist, and after they do all the cleaning and chipping and grinding and jackhammering.
Yeah. It's jackhammering. Yeah.
They take the little swirly thing.
The MI paste.
I used to make it.
Oh wow, and I like that too. Like, it strengthens your enamel. Yeah, what Mr. Swift is talking about is MI paste that that dental hygienists use, and is used to strengthen your enamel, and it decreases sensitivity in your teeth. And yes,
it's made with a lot of grit and a lot of fluoride that God knows we don't need.
Right, true.
But it's made with a lot of chemicals. So I did that for probably 2.5 years. Until I built canopies over gas stations. I did demolition work for like stores and malls. I worked for a company that just did that kind of thing. So just where can I latch onto and get a job and have a steady paycheck
right.
Are you paying more than they are? Okay, I'm coming with you then. That's what this life is about. So I did. And then my former brother-in-law, who was in the union, called me and said, hey, we got an opening. And I said, let's go.
Opening where?
During construction.
Yeah. I want you to get there.
So it was an opening for doing commercial construction, joining the union. So I did that. Was in the union for 25 years, built a whole bunch of the city of Detroit, surrounding suburbs. And again, not to fast forward too fast, but I was very blessed in the fact that the film that I wrote and Carrie and I produced, we premiered it in a theater that I built.